Greetings, programs. Get your hats in here. Welcome to another week of welfare podcasting. We call it the Geeks From Apartment 2 podcast. We are recording from Apartment 2 studio somewhere deep in the heart of Rock City, New York. I am Alan One, a.k.a. no a.k.a. this week, because I can't think of shit. But I am the geek with a voice, the fat lady's choice, the one that keeps his panties also most baby. Sitting across from me, of course, is my co-host, my cohort, my partner in crime. I love him. Sometimes I hate him. But he is my co-host, Brother C.
Hey, how's everybody doing tonight? It's me, Brother C. I'm feeling it right now. I mean, I came in on fire. We leaving things in smolders. Let's get the show on the motherfucking road.
This nigga came in hot before we started recording, goddammit. But it's okay. I'd rather you come in hot than come in cold.
Yeah, or with a cold or the flu or whatever the fuck
That's
I had
right.
last week, man. I was just zombie walking.
That's right.
Today, I think I must have ate a 4-leaf clover because I'm shitting luck right now. I'm feeling good.
All right, that's good. Let's get some business out the way first. As always, we're on YouTube, so like, share, and subscribe. Finger pop that bell so that you can get all our notifications when new episodes come out. You can also check us out on email. You can email directly to me, at Lucky Merciless 1, that's Lucky Merciless, one word, and the numeral 1, at gmail.com. And of course, we are on Twitter at Geeks from Apartment 2. Apartment, abbreviated with the numeral 2.
There you go. You did it.
Jesus Christ. act like you know, Alan, how to do a fucking podcast. You did 7 fucking episodes so far.
7, and we're trucking along.
That's
Soon
right. That is right. We are fucking
100.
To 700?
Yeah.
Hey, listen, man. We do 700 of these fucking episodes. We've accomplished quite a bit.
We'll still be on YouTube while they have like i software.
Oh, shit, man. Yeah. When everybody else is on VR, we're still on fucking YouTube and shit. When everybody's brainstorming this shit.
Unplug yourself from your eye candies.
Yeah.
Get back onto the YouTube.
When everybody's virtual fucking everybody else out here, we're still on YouTube. Like, yo, that was 2019. It's fucking 2029, and y'all still on this bullshit?
Damn. You just gave me a thought of that stupid ass movie Gamer, where everybody was in the Second Life type like virtual reality, and I don't know why I just had that image of that like one fat dude eating the waffles and he's getting the syrup all over his chest. I'm not sure if you've seen this movie, but
I saw it with you.
Oh, damn!
Yeah,
you probably did. Man.
Yeah, and here's the trick. We were probably drunk.
Probably.
And the only thing I can remember is one of Gerard Butler's worst movies.
Okay.
And they had a musical number.
Yeah. No Strings on Me with some stupid prisoners, and yeah, it was a dumbass movie.
Yeah.
Anyways,
let's
start off with you, as we usually start off with me.
Oh, you want me to set it off?
Oh, yes.
Oh, okay.
What?
Okay.
Bullshit did you have time for this week?
So, a friend of the show got to me on my Facebook page. He IM'd me and sent me a clip of Last Week Tonight.
Yes.
The latest episode of Last Week Tonight.
Yes.
Which talked about WWE. Now, before we get into that,
yes,
let me have a discussion about shows like Last Week Tonight and thereof.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't too long ago, that you and I sat at your house and watched the State of the Union address.
Oh, yes. Yes,
right?
We did. Yep.
And when you said, I want to watch this, it's like, no, that's cool, but I'm not really political.
Yeah.
However,
yep.
When that State of the Union address went forward, I could name half the people in that room.
You sure could.
So to the point where you was like, you turned to me, it's like, for somebody who's not political, how do you know anybody in this room?
Yes.
Yeah. So let me clarify that if I haven't already for you. when I say I'm not political, it's not because I don't know what's going on. I'm not political enough to sit here and have a conversation with you about that.
No, that's fine and fair enough. You know enough to circumnavigate things and whatever would have you, but when it comes to just sitting down and talking about policies and the goings on a 24-hour news cycle,
Yeah,
I understand that.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Can I sit here and talk to you about AOC's new Green Deal? No,
Nah.
because I don't know how that works. But let me clarify. The reason why I know a little bit about politics or a surface idea of politics is because of shows like Last Week Tonight. I'm a big fan of Last Week Tonight and shows of that nature, like
Yes.
Full Frontal with Samantha Bee.
Oh yeah.
The Daily Show. The Daily Show with Trevor Noah. The Jimmy Dore Show on YouTube.
Yeah.
Because those shows to me are the same. It's the same thing as when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
If you want me to learn something, you have to entertain me.
Okay, so they condense it and make it palatable.
Yes. Like Mr. Wizard back in the day.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Mr. Wizard made science entertaining. Just like for, I'm sure a lot of Thundercats out here, including yourself, Bill Nye, the science guy.
Yeah, that's probably still along the lines of yours.
It's not for me. That was for me.
Mm.
No, I was a bit older when Bill Nye the Science Guy came out.
Yeah, we had him, Beekman World, and all sorts of other stuff.
Yeah.
Just making things easier to understand by either one, putting it in layman's terms, or two, making me laugh while I learn. That's just a great formula for anything to teach you something. I mean, look at Schoolhouse Rock.
And you're telegraphing what I'm about to say right now.
Ooh.
Because shows like Last Week Tonight and The Daily Show are simply Schoolhouse Rock for adults. It's an entertaining way to learn about something. Because if you go back when I was a kid, this is how I learned, was Schoolhouse Rock.
Yeah.
Schoolhouse Rock, for you Thundercats out there who don't know, Google that shit. Actually go on YouTube and just watch Schoolhouse Rock because it teaches you so many things.
I'm sure some rapper probably uses Schoolhouse Rock songs as like their hooks.
We'll get to that. We're going to get to that. Schoolhouse Rock teaches you about adjectives. What's a conjunction?
Yep.
How does a bill work? And the most infamous, well, not infamous, but one of the best segments ever.
Yeah.
And I watched that earlier today. Is that 3 is the magic number.
Yes, it is.
It's the magic number, which De La Soul used as a song. 3 is the magic number. You know what I mean?
Please, the way I learned my 8 times tables was Schoolhouse Rock. It was just one of those things where it made learning catchy. You remember stuff because you had the tune in your head, and it's just implanting a mnemonic device for you. If more things did that nowadays, like, imagine if a rap album had coded learning in it.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking conscious rap because, unfortunately, not enough people listen to that stuff. But mainstream rap. Let's say,
if the baby touch you, if the baby touch you, both of the taste tables, yeah.
Yeah. Migos taught you,
If Migos actually taught you Spanish. Yeah.
Yeah, it's something like that.
If Migos was on an episode of Dora the Explorer.
They'll probably be like on the movie soundtrack.
Right.
But yeah, continue on with Last Week Tonight.
Yeah. So that's my point. Is that's how I am political in that sense. And I know there's some people out there that's going to say, well, geez, Alan, that's a stupid way to learn how politics work. But that's for me. I want to be entertained. I want some jokes while I'm trying to learn shit. So back to that day, that's how I knew a lot of these people's names because I watched those shows. Is there a better way to get my news? Of course there is.
Yeah. I mean,
there's sites on the internet that I know that where I can learn and understand this stuff, right? Because it's not going to be from cable. Because everybody says, hey, don't trust Fox News because they're going to put their own spin on it.
Okay, let me slight digression. I haven't said that in a while, so go after yourself.
Okay. That's more on your end of the spectrum, not mine.
I know. So one of the things I do in my media consumption during the day is that I start off with CNN and I end off on Fox. I go down all the news channels and I give them each an hour because that's really all you need to get a good sense of what's going on.
Oops.
In any event, yeah, each station has their bias, but if you are willing to sift through some of this stuff, there can be an inkling of a gem somewhere, somehow. But you have to have the time, and everybody does not have that time, nor does everybody have that tolerance for BS. And yeah, I mean, if you don't get the idea, I'm pretty left-leaning. But I'll listen to Fox because it's a contrary opinion. I might not like it, I might not agree with it, but I will entertain the idea that it exists and that there's probably something there. Now, everybody can't do that, and I don't expect anybody to do that if that's not their jam. But that's just one of the ways I consume my information. And yeah, Fox is real biased. And it can be kind of annoying to listen to, but like I said, at the end of the day, I'm getting a semi-rounded view of situations as they're happening. But getting to the main point, last week tonight, this week was real special.
Yeah, it was. To wrap up that part of our conversation, I know there's other ways to get news, like you said.
Yeah.
Just go to CNN or Fox News. But the problem with news these days is that people don't just report the news.
No.
They have to put their spin on it.
They do.
So it's like, well, don't trust Fox News because they're going to put their own spin on it. Don't trust CNN because they're going to put their own spin on it. Don't even trust the Young Turks because they're going to put their own spin
everybody has,
on everything.
Everybody's going to put their spin on everything because they have an audience.
They have an opinion. Because back when I was a kid, if Tom Brokaw or Dan Rather or even, Walter Cronkite in his last days, if they came on TV, you took their word as gospel.
Yeah, that's the God honest truth.
Yeah, because if you were there or read a newspaper, that was it.
Good or for ill, they're going to tell you whether you like it or not.
Yeah, but they didn't put their spin on it.
No.
They just reported the news. Unlike today, where you can't watch a show on Fox News or CNN without somebody putting their goddamn spin on shit. So, if you're going to do that, okay, that's fine. But then make me laugh in the process.
All right, fair enough.
So, that leads us back to last week tonight and the latest episode, which aired on Sunday, where they talked about the WWE. Now, a friend of the show, Iamni, on Facebook, and said he sent me the
link,
the link, and he asked my what was my assessment about that episode.
Mm-hmm.
So let me start off with this. First of all, it's one of my favorite episodes ever.
Of course,
I saw it twice.
I did too.
It's up there with the Trump episode.
Okay.
Yeah. And he asked, okay, what's my opinion? So let's talk about what John Oliver said about WWE on this episode.
Yes.
One of the first things that I agree with some things that he said. I don't agree with everything that he said.
Mm-hmm.
Because here's the first part. 61 is not young to me.
No.
It is not. every day after 50 is a fucking crapshoot these days.
Continue. Go ahead.
So people like King Kong Bundy and Roddy Piper, if you make it to 60, you lived quite a long time. You know, I think it's a white thing because black people don't live that long for some reason out here. Whether it's diabetes.
You know the joke. Every day past 30 is a day to be joyful for.
Yeah, man. Oh, I'm fucking 43. You don't sit here and think like every day, like when I wake up in the morning, I'm like, thank God that I'm still here. You know what I'm saying?
Haven't been rolled on, haven't been shot. You did
I don't have diabetes. I don't eat a lot of pork. I haven't been shot.
Even when you robbed that bank.
Bank.
Yeah.
I never robbed a bank. Shut up, C. God damn it.
See, it's out in the ether now.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's out in the not true ether. Because I never robbed a fucking bank, C. Anyways.
Anyway, go ahead. Continue.
So, let's break down that episode. Because there are some things. First of all, as a wrestling fan, he wasn't telling me anything that I didn't already know coming in.
Yeah, but
as a hardcore, lifelong WWE fan,
of course
these are things that I just know.
You have encyclopedic
that episode, knowledge. Yeah, I have an I have a bit of encyclopedic knowledge of WWE, especially WWE. Not everything else.
No,
not WCW, not ECW, but WWE. You better believe I sat here and followed that shit for a long, long time since I was 8 years old. Yeah. So you're not telling me anything I didn't already know going in. That's not to say that he didn't have some good points.
Yeah.
And some points that other people have brought up over the years.
Mm-hmm.
The first is WWE wrestlers should be employees and not independent contractors. Yes. Because Vince McMahon for so long has gotten away with saying, well, these guys and gals wrestle for us, but they're not employees.
But they can't wrestle for anybody else.
Which is dumb.
Yeah.
Unless you're Chris Jericho.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's the only one, I feel, that has gotten away with that. Nobody else has.
Where does he also wrestle for, though?
He wrestled for New Japan.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, he did do that.
And these days, he has an exclusive contract to AEW, All Elite Wrestling.
Yeah.
Which, to my knowledge, anybody that's signed to AEW can work at other places.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So, that's the first problem with WWE is like, okay, if you want them to be, you want them to work for you, they had to be employees. Because even to John Alvarez's point, the NFL,
yeah,
they're employees, for better or for worse.
Yeah. They are covered by the NFL. They are taken care of under
That's right.
the NFL
it wasn't
umbrella.
always that way. It wasn't always that way, no. But it is that way now. Right? Every other sports league has that in place. MLB has it in place, I'm sure. NHL has it in place, I'm sure. And so does the NBA. Probably even FIFA.
Yes.
Right. So that's my first... I do agree with him on that part.
Yes.
The other thing that I kind of sort of agree with him on is the idea of an off-season.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, if I was a little kid and you told me, okay, for a couple months, there's not going to be wrestling, I'd be devastated. Like, what am I going to do?
But the thing about it is
what do I do? There's no wrestling? No.
If they took, like, let's say they took the summer. They took the summer off. Like, they took a month in the summer off.
No, yeah.
I only picked the summer because that's when kids most likely want to be outside doing stuff with their friends.
And that's my point, see?
So, yes.
If you... Let's say that WWE takes our advice and say, okay, let's do an off-season.
Mm-hmm.
WrestleMania would be this season's finale.
Yes.
Just like, to our point, every other TV show has an off season. It has a season finale.
Yep.
And WrestleMania is that for me. It is the season finale.
Because everything else, no one really cares for because you're just building up to the next WrestleMania.
Yeah, so my theory is don't even do Raw after WrestleMania. WrestleMania is the final episode of the season.
Yeah.
And then these guys and gals take the summer off.
Yes.
They come back around August for SummerSlam.
Yeah, definitely. Or even, I would even say late July and do a crown jewel. Or something like that.
No, don't do a crown jewel.
They're contracted to do a crown jewel, so they don't get to get out of that.
Don't go to Saudi Arabia. Are you kidding me? Some of y'all might not come back.
Look.
Nah.
They're contracted to do it, so they have to do it.
Fuck you. I don't care if I'm contracted or not. Do you know what happened to the last American that opposed fucking Saudi Arabia? He got killed.
I do.
And they tried to cover it up.
I do.
Yeah, so no, go fuck off. But now, to go back to WrestleMania being the season finale, let's say that's it. Everybody in the main roster gets to go home.
Mm-hmm.
My theory is that for the next 3 months, you just show NXT.
That would be great. Because you get to push new stars.
Exactly.
You get to put stuff in the forefront. You get to have people anticipate stuff. Oh, man, I want to see X, Y, and Z get in. Like me, Brennan Williams.
Right.
I want to see him get pushed. Okay? So, shout out to Brennan. Great Black Otaku. Anyway, that would allow you to not only build anticipation for stuff happening in NXT, but stuff in the future for WWE. So, that works.
And then you prove my point.
Yes.
Is that for those 3 months, when it's just NXT, you can push those guys and gals so that when we get back to SummerSlam, which is a season premiere, you've already established new stars.
Yes.
In NXT that when they do come up to the main roster, people know who they are.
Yes, because that was one of my biggest annoyances.
With the Rumble?
Yes!
Was like, I don't know who Johnny Gargano is.
I was sitting there,
I don't know who Aleister Black is.
Who is this?
Right.
Who is Baron Corbin 2? Who is Neville 3?
Yeah.
It's like, and that was kind of annoying, but the thing that made it really problematic for me, I'm just like an onside fan of wrestling. You're a diehard.
Yeah.
The friend of the show is a diehard. I am.
But he's not. No, he's not. The friend I'm talking about.
That's another person.
Yeah.
Okay.
He said that it's a he.
Yes.
And he said that he stopped watching wrestling when he was still in Kentucky.
Wow.
Yeah. So you know what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Okay.
And he didn't know that WWE was still this big thing. And I was like, yeah.
Yeah, it's huge.
WrestleMania is coming up. WrestleMania 35 is coming up, and that's a big deal.
So, my point about it is this off season with the NXT, with the big push, not only gives your current roster a rest, it gives new fresh faces a chance to, get their heels dug in with the fans. They become the new face. And then you can, guess what? Potentially get new storylines. You can get all the stuff you diehards have been, chomping at the bit for. Because guess what? When you have a new roster and a new, just stable of people coming in, you have opportunity to, split the path. You don't have to do the same old face to heel to face. You don't have to do the same, this one person wants to fight the whole company.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one of the things that I know because, we go through, botchamanias and this, that, and the third. I know that this is one of the things that are a pet peeve of you fans, that the storylines are rehashed over and over and over again using the same cast.
Yeah.
And so if you can inject new blood into this corpse, then guess what? You get to sell a new product to people. And that will, satisfy you guys.
Mhm.
Because guess what? You can institute a news story of, hey, guess what? We have this guy over here that wants to challenge the New Day based on what he likes compared to what they like. They like video games and this, that, and the third. He likes, this, that, and the third. And that's a whole new war that WWE has never touched. And guess what? The fans get something new. The newcomers who have been following the new challenger get something new. And frankly, everybody wins.
Yeah.
Everybody wins in this situation.
Yeah. By the way, we have said from the beginning we're not a wrestling podcast.
No.
But I will say this. This episode and the next episode is going to be very wrestling centric. So you're not a wrestling fan, you're not going to be a fan of this show. Or the next show.
Except for me saying, go fuck yourself. And slight digression.
Running gag.
Running gag. Go ahead, continue.
But let's look at this from a critical standpoint.
Yes.
Because it would be great if WWE would do something like that. However, they're not going to do that because everybody seems to forget that WWE is a business.
Yes, they are.
And like any other business, they're in the business of making money.
Sure.
So 3 months is like 12 months. It could be 12 months to them. They're losing money that way.
Yes, they are.
And here's the other thing. Not everybody on that roster makes John Cena money.
Oh, of course not.
Okay? I like to think, since we're talking about WrestleMania, Becky Lynch, Charlotte, and Ronda Rousey are probably making good money right now because they're in the main event. Right? So, it's nothing to them to take 3 months off.
No.
It's like me and you, because you still work in college campuses. I don't. But 3 months to me was bullshit. I was like, I got money in the fucking bank. I can sit here and fucking fuck off for 3 months and it's not going to affect
not miss
me.
A heartbeat.
But there are some people out there
that can't say that. Yeah.
Yeah, they can't. Because a lot of it is because they're not smart with their money like you and me are. You know what I'm saying? But
invest in silver, guys. Invest.
Invest in that CBD.
Yeah.
All right. So 3 months to somebody else, it might as well be 6 months.
Yeah, true.
And that's kind of the problem with saying, okay, let's have an off season. Do I agree with having an off season? Of course I do.
Yeah.
I would love for these guys and gals to take the spring off and part of the summer and do what they want to do, especially recuperate.
Yes.
Because sometimes we forget that, we're asking these guys and gals to go out there every week and beat their bodies up for us.
See, but even then, as I'm sitting down, thinking about what are options for them to do. Speaking tours during the summer. Guess how many cons are there during the summer where they can just be
where they can
there.
Make money.
They can make tons of money. Yeah, I'm sure they're making money by doing that now. But if you give your stars the chance to not only recuperate, but they just sit down and meet their fans and interface with the crowd, that could be worth it. More so than having them in the ring for, a $10 show because no one's paying for the, each show anymore.
Right. But, God damn it. What the fuck is my fucking point with all this?
Yes.
Is that, okay, you can do an off season, but not everybody makes that kind of money.
So it hurts more.
It's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt somebody.
Yeah.
Because not everybody, again, makes John Cena money. They're not making Roman Reigns money. They're probably not even making Seth Rollins money at this point. You got to think about the guy that just came in.
They're making that Tyler Breeze money.
No, not even. Because let's talk about the guy or gal.
Yeah.
They came in day one to the Performance Center.
Oh, oof.
And let's say on his first or her first day, they get injured to the point where not only can they not wrestle, they can't get another job because that injury is that bad. That's hurting them.
Yes, it is.
There's no real easy answer for any of this. Here's my other point. Here's my other point. And it's not going to go over well with wrestling fans. But nobody's putting a gun to these people's heads and saying, you got to be a professional wrestler. If you sign a contract, you have to know what you're getting yourself into.
Mm-hmm.
It's no different than signing, if you're a rock star, signing in the contract.
Yeah.
Guess what? You have to go to every city and perform every night.
Yep.
And you either navigate that or you don't. If you don't know how to navigate that, we've heard a lot of stories about rock stars that couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Quote unquote, the 27 Club. That includes Jimi Hendrix and Kurt Cobain and Amy Winehouse. Right?
Yeah.
They could not do it. My problem with stuff like this is that we never get the stories of people who went away from wrestling, who got away from that and had good lives. To CM Punk's point, casual fans never care about WWE unless two things happen. Either A, somebody dies, or somebody outside of WWE comes in, like a Ronda Rousey.
Yes.
It's the only time casual fans give a fuck what's going on with WWE.
No
one
cares about the person that leaves and starts their own business or leaves and then.
But a lot of people do. A lot of people do stuff like that. It's like, you know what? For every person that's died, there's like 20 people that's like, okay, I walked away from this business and I took my money and I invested it in something else that may work for me.
Yeah.
There's just as many people who died. There's just as many people that left WWE and said, I took the money and I went back to school and now I'm doing this.
Yes.
And my problem with wrestling is that you don't hear a lot more of those stories.
Yeah.
All we ever care about
is who died.
The tragedies. Yeah. Because
or who murdered.
Yeah. Yeah. Because to my point, I know Viceland is not on Hulu.
Yes.
But Viceland has a documentary coming out 3 days after Mania Sunday called Dark Side of the Ring. All it's about is all the tragedies about wrestling. Bruiser Brody, Devon Eriks, Bret Hart, all these sob fucking stories. How about Viceland does the opposite? The good side of the ring.
DDP Yoga. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
The Connor Warrior Award.
Oh, okay.
Hey, look, I don't know, so I'm grasping at straws. Hot bones.
Okay. You're grasping at the shortest fucking straw, see?
Look, I only have, like I said, surface knowledge of this. So, like you and, politics, I can only grab at what I know. I know DDP Yoga.
You know it.
I know Batista.
You're being a dick and you know
and I know the Warrior Award, which...
You know more than that, see? You're just being a dick and you know it.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
You're being a dick.
I'm being genuine.
You're being a dick.
And the fact that I know
you had some booze in you and it's hitting you and you're being a dick.
No.
I know you. I know you, see. I fucking know you.
Dutch courage. Anyway.
Okay. Podcast courage.
Another point that was actually made during the Last Week Tonight segment was they talked about how all of these, wrestlers did get an outpouring of support from fans.
Yes.
And via GoFundMe or other avenues. And that was kind of striking to me because, as you said before, you're doing this for years, right? And there has to be an end at some point. In any career, you have to see that there's an end point. So, as touching as the outpouring of emotion that came from these events where, I think they were talking about Piper and it might have been Jake the Snake. I'm not sure if that was the other person that they talked about getting these, funds for operations and this, that, and the third. Yes, I do agree that there should be some sort of legacy plan set aside for, the wrestlers that do end up leaving, and there should be a little bit set aside for them to be taken care of after the fact. But I also believe that there should be a time limit and cutoff point. This is not you leave the company, you're covered for life, okay? Because at some given point in time, you gotta be responsible with your money. You don't need a mansion and whatnot, what have you. You do need to take care of yourself and understand that you should have funds set aside for healthcare. So, I just want to know some of your thoughts on that.
Okay, let's go back to the NBA for a second.
Yes.
In the 90s, you had Jordan.
Yep.
But you also had Pippen.
Yep.
And to Pippen's point, he wasn't making the same kind of money that Jordan was.
Of course not.
Okay? And that's a problem. Because after his career was done, he might have had the money to deal with medical bills. To John Oliver's point, the NFL went kicking and screaming into, we have this legacy fund.
Yes.
For old time players who are having problems with their medical bills. Because you have to remember as well, in the 80s, not everybody was making Hulk Hogan money.
Yeah, that's true. But as a slight aside.
No, wait.
Go ahead, finish your point.
Because I like to think that some of those people that probably were making good money in the 80s pissed that away on partying with booze and drugs and all that shit.
That was a point.
And then when all that money's gone, it's like, oh,
woe is me.
Yeah, woe is me because I partied too fucking hard and it caught up to me. I need fucking money for my medical bills. Well, you can sit there and say, well, you should have saved your money. But in that moment in time, in that static moment, you don't think about shit like that.
Yeah, and that's the onus of that is on the player. Like, okay, you may not be making Jordan money, but you're still making way more money than the average person.
Sure.
And that person can afford to keep themselves alive.
Yeah.
So, you can go after yourself on that. I don't have Michael Jordan money, so I can't get Michael Jordan healthcare. You don't need that. You need basic shit to keep yourself alive. Yeah, it's nice having a sports scientist look at your knee and say, hey, we can replace your knee if, it gets shot. But he was making hand over fist money more than the average person, more than the fans that are, filling the seats to watch him play. So to hear that is just kind of, it's kind of bullshit.
I've heard stories from wrestlers who say the guy that's in the front row, what he paid for is more than I make in a week.
Well, then at that point, you might need to find another business option.
And some do.
Yeah, and some do.
The most famous story that I've heard in the last recent years is a story that came out of TNA, Impact. Taylor Wilde. She was the Knockouts Women's Champion. You know what she was doing while she was the Knockouts Women's Champion?
Waitress.
She was working at a sunglasses hut in a mall.
Nice.
And people came up to her and was like, aren't you Taylor Wilde, the Knockouts Champion? And it fucked with her so much that she was like, you know what? I'm gonna quit this fucking job because I feel bad. I feel bad. It's my pride that's at stake.
Yeah.
Because if I'm on TV, I should be making way more money than I am.
Yeah.
Doing sunglasses.
You shouldn't have two jobs.
But as we know, TV money ain't much these days because everybody's getting TV money.
Yeah.
You know.
We'll get TV money soon.
I hope to God it's more than what I'm getting right now because I would quit my goddamn job and be like, I'm gonna live off these fucking Viceland checks. Yeah, they lost Diaz and Mero. You know you can get in return Geeks from Apartment 2 on Viceland. Yeah, boy. Fuck out of here.
Catch us on Spike. Something like that.
To tie a pretty bow on last week tonight, yes. I did enjoy the episode, but again, it was just everything that I already knew anyways about WWE and how Vince McMahon is an asshole.
That's why.
And how Vince McMahon said the N-word at Survivor Series in 2005.
Of which I think, okay, so John Oliver did make the point of him, he's like, did he have to say that? Blah, blah, blah. Wasn't that supposed to be a joke on the fact that Booker T said it by accident years and years ago?
It might be.
And that's why
and the fact that John Cena at that point was still a rapper.
Yeah. And so my thing about that whole situation... He was
their version of Eminem.
And so my whole point about that situation is that if it were anybody other than Booker T being surprised at that moment, yeah, maybe. But the fact that Booker T did "we coming for you," and then because he said it and then choked down his words. That's why I said it that way.
You, brother.
Yeah, he said, "I'm coming for you," and he choked on his words. So quick, and he had the same look when McMahon walked by. And after he said it, it's like, really? Is this what this guy did? And I did it by accident. I think that was more of that. Like, they were kind of just playing on the fact that happened. Yeah. And Booker T was the one who was a part of it. But to throw some sprinkles on that little bow that you tied. One, why
do I need sprinkles on the bow?
Shut up, because this is just look PPS on the letter. Jesus freaking Christ, shut up. Anyway, one of the things that I did agree with you is that for anybody who's a diehard fan of wrestling, this is not new information, and me being around you as often as I am, already know this is not new information. But if you go through that comment section of, that Last Week Tonight video and just see how many people are like, wow, really? This is what's going on? It's like I sit here and I watch this and I didn't know. It hits a lot of new faces. Yeah. It smacks them to the behind-the-scenes reality of something that they enjoy and, dare say love, especially, younger people who are internet savvy, because we didn't have that. When we were coming up, we had, just, word of mouth. So they get this smack in the face and they're like, yo, this dude is really that big of an asshole. Mm. This dude is really like that. He does this to their workers and they have no exit plan. Mm. The thing that killed me the most is people trying to figure out what the fuck they're going to chant during WrestleMania. Yeah. Because a chant is going to come up.
And you know what? If that happens, that's fine.
Yeah.
Now, we'll get into that in a little while. But I like to think that a lot of hardcore wrestling fans that are my age, they took the time to sort this shit out. To seek this shit out. Because when I was a kid, when I was a teenager, it was easier to get old issues of wrestling magazines. Mm-hmm. And that's how I learned about wrestling when I was a teenager, was reading a lot of those magazines. Now, let's be honest. Mm-hmm. Pro Wrestling Illustrated, Inside Wrestling, The Wrestler.
Yeah.
they were very kayfabe.
Okay, yeah.
You know, and every once in a while you would find a story that was like, okay, this actually happened and we have to talk about it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So going back to the Viceland documentary about wrestling, Dark Side of the Ring, it talks about Bruiser Brody, Gino Hernandez, a couple other people. To me, I already know those stories anyways.
Yeah.
You know, because I follow this shit.
You're not telling me anything new.
Yeah, it's very similar to the Ric Flair 30 for 30.
30 for 30, yeah.
Where it's like, oh, did you see that? No, but I don't need to see that anyways because I know the story. You know, it's more for people that don't understand this. You know, so that's all I really have to say about last week's night. It was a great episode. Will we get those chances at WrestleMania? I guess we'll see.
Yeah, I can't wait. I cannot wait.
I guess we'll see, but at the same time, because we're doing a podcast that day,
special it's for the listeners.
It's going to be low.
Yes.
The sound's going to be low, and we're not going to hear everything that's going on that day. I'm warning people right now. As I think it was the episode with DK, we had the heat on, and this mic fucking caught that shit. I assume the same things are going to happen on Sunday.
Yeah.
If we had the volume all the way up, it's like, well, they're not really hearing us; they're hearing WrestleMania, and I don't want that either.
No.
Yeah.
You want our play-by-play, action by action, moment to moment.
Yeah.
Kick for kick. Commentary.
No, and guess what? If that's what you want, this ain't the show for that.
Nah,
it's not the show for that.
You'll get drunk ramblings and a lot of guffawing and
probably see snoring on the mic.
Shut up.
Which, if that happens, I'm cutting your fucking mic off quick.
If that happens, kick me out.
Get out.
I need my
Get the fuck out. And the fourth spiritual member of the show.
Yes.
Token J.
Token J.
We'll get into a little bit more about that later on, but he will take your seat.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
He will take your seat.
Yeah. If I fall asleep.
If you fall asleep, get out. Get out, see. So I suggest you drink a lot of coffee and energy drinks that day because you're going to need it for 5 hours.
I'm going to tap
You got to be up for 5 hours.
Straight to the vein.
I don't care. Yeah, tap that shit. Change the fucking caffeine dragon because you're going to need it for Sunday.
Okay.
Let's go on to another subject.
Yes.
You talked about this earlier, off mic. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about it now. I've seen this, but I don't know if you've seen this.
Okay.
If you haven't seen this, you're going to be pissed the fuck off.
What is this?
Pissed that I saw this before you.
What?
This morning, I watched the first episode of the new Twilight Zone.
Go fuck yourself!
Yeah! I saw it, yeah! I saw the first episode of Twilight Zone. Here's the thing, see?
Yes.
It's on YouTube. So when you go home tonight, it's an hour-long episode.
Fine.
But it's on YouTube.
Fine. I'm on it.
It's called The Comedian.
Okay.
It stars Kumail Nanjiani.
All right.
Who, I'll set the premise for you.
Yes.
He's a down-on-his-luck comedian.
Mm-hmm.
He's bombing every night.
Mm-hmm.
One night he meets a guy named JC, who's played by Tracy Morgan.
All right. Faustian bargain.
That's exactly what it is. This show, this episode, is very much a Faustian tale.
Yep.
It's like, okay, here's what you need to do to be the best comedian in the world.
Yes.
You have Tracy Morgan tells Kumail Nanjiani that all you have to do is share yourself, share things about you, and the fans will love you. But when you do that, it will go away. And that's all I'm going to say about it.
Mm.
It was a good episode. I did like the first episode of Twilight Zone.
Okay.
And Jordan Peele plays Rod Serling.
Yeah.
He's the narrator. Yeah.
I got a question. Complete episode unrelated. What's the theme song like? Do they go
It's
classic?
The same thing.
They go classic? Okay.
Into a world. A world of imagination. Of science. Of the unknown. There's a stop sign on the way to where you're going. The next stop?
Twilight Zone. Nice.
So it is the same. Not only is it the same
similar
opening,
yes,
it's the same ending.
Oh.
Where it goes doom 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 doom. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
And even the same end credits. How
nice.
Worked in the 50s. Yeah, it's the same thing. I did like that episode.
I've been waiting for this for so long, and I was telling you earlier that I'm like, oh man, I keep seeing advertisement for it now on CBS Access. I'm like, I will get that free trial just to watch this. But I'll catch the first episode on YouTube, and I will catch every subsequent episode.
Yeah, I assume. And at the end, they showed a big trailer. I think one of the episodes is Nightmare at 20,000 feet.
See, I don't agree with them redoing that, but
okay, they've done it. If that's the case,
yeah, I mean they've done it
3 times.
Yeah, they've done it a few times.
The first time was with William Shatner. The second time was John Lithgow.
Yep.
From Brighton. In the movie, and the third time, I don't know who this guy is. I know of him, but I don't know who he's been in. I guess I recognize his face, but I don't know his name or what he's been in. So if that's what they're doing with Nightmare at 3,000 feet,
the only thing
2,000 feet
that would make that really, really relevant is if it was like there was a computer virus and not just a thing on the wing. And then this is hitting close to reality. Just the planes just start falling out from the sky because software malfunction.
But that did lead me to a thought I had today.
Yes.
Because I don't want to get into this argument with you again. Because Star Trek is way better than the Twilight Zone.
We will not get into this. See the previous episode if you haven't.
Yeah, but you can go back and
hear the whole shebang.
Yeah. But I will give Twilight Zone credit for a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
One, Rod Serling was a genius.
A fantastic mind.
And he's from Binghamton.
Really?
You know that? You know Rod Serling's from Binghamton?
It may have.
Matter of fact, after I watched that episode of Twilight Zone.
You went back to the interview?
No.
Oh, God.
I watched CBS Sunday Morning.
Oh, okay.
When they talked about Twilight Zone.
Uh-huh.
If you go to Binghamton and you find one particular carousel, you will see paintings of Rod Serling.
Really? That's awesome.
There was an episode, it's Walking Something. Maybe you can help me out with that. Walking Something.
Describe it.
It's basically Field of Dreams.
Shit.
Where a guy comes back to his hometown. He sees a carousel, but it's just nothing's changed.
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I do.
And he meets his son at the end.
Yes.
His son as an older person at the end. That's Field of Dreams. Now, to hear Sunday Morning say that, it was Rod Serling's most personal episode. Because he wrote that shit.
Yes.
That's the other thing about Twilight Zone. Because Jordan Peele didn't write the first episode.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Rod Serling wrote so many episodes of Twilight Zone. It's baffling.
He also wrote Planet of the Apes.
Yes.
Yeah.
One of my favorite movies as a child, and I think my mom's favorite movie.
That's cool. But let's be honest.
Yes.
We could sit here all day and debate about Twilight Zone versus Star Trek.
Yep.
But let me say this. Twilight Zone is a phenomenal show.
Indeed.
It's not my favorite.
Doesn't have
Star Trek is my favorite show. But I'm not going to sit here and say
it did.
Twilight Zone sucked. Because it didn't.
No.
They resurrected the show 4 fucking times.
Look, if you can have
3 times.
If you can have Star Trek STD, I think we can have a nice reboot of
Twilight Zone.
Twilight Zone.
Yeah. Here's the best part.
Look, we have Forrest Whitaker. Okay, I'm not proud of that.
It's a very adult version of Twilight Zone. Nice. There's a lot of cuss words.
Nice. I mean,
in this first episode.
It's relevant. But
I was thinking about it today. Like, without Twilight Zone, you wouldn't have gotten the Outer Limits, which I'm sure for you is a poor man's excuse for Twilight Zone.
You know, the thing about the Outer Limits, because that's when I first had cable, so we had the Sci-Fi Channel, and it was on there all the time. It was one of those shows that it did. How do I do this? Where Twilight Zone did a lot of showing, no telling. Outer Limits went to, hey, we got the budget to do this, so let's do this. Let's have these nice shots. Let's have this. Let's have these nice set pieces and that. But the thing that made the Twilight Zone work and why I hold it in such high regard is that you have some episodes of the Twilight Zone that just tell you or have the actors convey a point that's going on, and you don't need to see that it's a robot. You get enough information through the episode that says, hey, there's something here that shouldn't be here. What is it? Like, I can't remember the name of the episode where everybody in the bus is in a diner, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there is an extra person that is in the diner that was not on the bus, and it's a whodunit. Who is this person that does not belong, right? At the end of the episode, you find out that the person that doesn't belong has like a third eye, but you would not have known that unless they showed you at the very end. There's no gimmicks to the episode. There's no well, if you look in this mirror at this angle, you can figure it out. No, they do storytelling. They give you enough clues in the story to figure it out, but it's best to find it out at the end of the episode.
Mm-hmm.
Outer Limits does a lot of spectacle and a lot of, glitz and glam, and then when you get to the bang, you're like, nah, whatever.
Okay.
It's a bang.
No, okay. To my point,
yes,
Twilight Zone is all about the twist. It is. But that's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
If you like Twilight Zone, that's cool.
Yes.
I know you do. I know you're a big, big fan of that show. And if we're being honest,
yes,
I will agree with you on one point.
Mm-hmm.
Neither Twilight Zone or Star Trek were hits when they came on TV.
Yeah.
Neither one of them were. Twilight Zone lasted longer than Star Trek because Star Trek only lasted for 2 or 3 seasons. They weren't big hits.
It's very...
In the case of Star Trek, when it ended the first time,
mm-hmm.
fans like me actually wrote letters and said, hey, listen, we want another season of Star Trek. Twilight Zone didn't do that. But without Twilight Zone, you wouldn't have gotten the Outer Limits. You would have gotten Alfred Hitchcock Presents. You would have gotten Night Gallery.
You would have got What Women Want.
Okay. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
You know the movie with Mel Gibson? Where he gets the psychic powers?
Okay.
That's an episode of Twilight Zone.
I'm sure it is. But you would have gotten that. You wouldn't have gotten Tales from the Dark Side.
No.
Tales from the Crypt. Freddy's Nightmares. You remember Freddy's Nightmares?
I do.
Monsters.
Yes. Tales from the Crypt. Also fantastic show.
Yeah. And of course today, you wouldn't have gotten Black Mirror.
Nope.
No. Without Twilight Zone. So while it's not my favorite show, I will agree with
has
you
its
that
place.
it's got to be up there as one of the more influential shows
Yes.
in TV history.
Okay.
I will give you that.
But I'm mad you got to see the first episode before
I
me.
did. When I woke up this morning, I was still laying in bed. That's the best part of this. I was laying in bed in just a t-shirt and my drawers, and I looked at YouTube. I was like, huh. The first episode of the new Twilight Zone? Sure, I'll sit here and watch that for an hour. It's an hour-long show, hour-long episode. I was like, yeah. So, cool. I was so glad. I'm so glad that I got to share that with you.
Thank you.
Because you did not see that, and I did. Your favorite show of all time, and I watched the first episode and the new revival of it. Not only that, but watched CBS Sunday Morning where they talked about the Twilight Zone. Yeah, I watched that too.
You got to live all the stuff I wanted to.
Alright, well,
it's alright.
Alright, that's funny shit to me.
It's cool.
That's funny fucking shit to me. Okay, here's something else that I want to talk about with you.
Mm-hmm.
Another friend of the show.
You have a lot of friends.
I do. I have a lot. You know what? I do have a lot of friends of the show.
Popular guy. Continue.
Not really. Not popular in the way that I want to be popular. You know? But that's besides the point. A friend of the show actually got on me through the comment section on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And she was talking about a topic we talked about, I think last week, teen comedies.
Okay.
Yeah. So she went through this list because she's my age, around my age, a little younger than me, and she has teenage kids. I just assumed that she asked her kids,
what are the teen comedies? Yeah. Good.
And her list is kind of wonky with her kids. There's movies on there like Sleepover, which I never heard of.
I never heard of
Paper Towns.
Huh?
Which I never heard of. Yeah, exactly. She's I guess her kid said Kick-Ass.
That counts as a teen comedy?
And I'm like, nah. Because if
that's an adaptation of a book.
Yeah, if that's the case, you can say Spider-Man is a teen movie.
No.
And I don't agree with that at all.
We were talking...
All the Pixar movies?
No, see, that's the thing. We were talking about specifically the teen romp genre, where you have your American Pies, you have your Porkies, you have your road trips, you have your, to a lesser extent, Freddie got
that. But
yeah,
we'll get in that in a minute.
Okay, go ahead. But that's just the point I was making. That's the genre we were talking about.
There were two movies that she said that I will agree with her on.
Mm-hmm.
That it's like, okay, I can see these Thundercats growing up with these movies.
Okay, what were they?
The first one was Mean Girls.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a movie that I was like, I can't believe that we didn't talk about this movie because I saw Mean Girls.
But it's not. Is it? Do you count that like a romp?
Well, that's the point.
Go ahead. Continue.
That's the point.
Continue.
Because when we're talking about this, I guess last week. Was it last week?
It had to be last week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on for a minute. The fact is that in the 80s, there were movies there was three types of movies.
Yep.
There are movies for kids, movies for teens, and movies for adults. Like, Goonies was supposed to be for kids, but not really, because they cussed.
No.
And there were dick jokes in it.
Yep.
But in the 80s, there were movies for teens. For example,
not that weird in-between stage, but teens.
Yeah, and look no further than all the John Hughes movies.
Yeah.
16 Candles, Pretty in Pink, Weird Science, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and The Breakfast Club.
Yep.
Right? If you're a teen in the 80s, Those movies spoke to you.
Yeah, they resonated with the problems that, or, feelings you had at that age. Not that a person younger would understand or a person older would care about anymore.
Right.
So, yes.
If I was my age in the 80s and watched those movies, like, especially the John Hughes movies, they would not resonate with me because I'm not a teenager. Okay? And I was thinking about it today. When I was a teenager, they didn't really have teen movies. No, we got hood movies.
Yeah.
We got Boys in the Hood.
Master
New Jack
Society.
City.
Juice.
Jason's Lyric.
Yep.
And that's where I grew up on. Those type of movies.
Higher Learning.
Yes.
What's the one with
Above the Rim.
Above the Rim. Poetic Justice.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny that you bring these up, right? Because slight digression. Someone at my job was like, "Yo, I fucking hate Robert Rodriguez movies too," and I had to explain to them the reason I enjoy Robert Rodriguez as a director is the fact that he makes movies for his, air quote, people that aren't day-to-day life type things. Like, the reason I love Friday, I think the hood loves Friday, is that, yes, it's a hood movie, but it's not Menace to Society, it's not Poetic Justice,
it's a comedy.
It's not heavy-handed.
Right.
You don't have to beat us over the head. Guess what? Hood's bad, black struggle, this, that, and third. The reason why you say you hate Spy Kids and Shark Boy and Lava Girl stupid. Yes, but they are movies with a predominantly Spanish cast, not doing Spanish shit. It's not a Tyler Perry movie. It's not a caricature of their people. It's them being superheroes or being spies or doing cool shit. And guess what? We haven't had shit like that till fucking, Friday. And, Candyman, which I love because he's a black, horror villain. But
okay, you like Candyman or not Shocker?
I remember Shocker so vaguely. But it's like Shocker goes in there with like demonic toys of society. Movies I probably saw as a kid when I shouldn't have and just don't remember them. But it's just, finishing my aside, it's just that, when we are talking about our movies, like hood movies and stuff like that, most of the stuff we had were just, heavy-handed. This is how you get out of the hood, or, and even though, I saw every one of them multiple times and they've resonated with me, that's just not the type of thing I want to remember.
It's a good teen movie from that era, The Inkwell.
I don't even think I've seen The Inkwell.
Really? You never seen The Inkwell?
I don't think I've seen it.
Yeah. But that's my point, see?
Yeah.
Is that when I was a teenager, we didn't get those movies.
Yeah.
We never got those movies. In my 20s, my early 20s, that's when there was the resurrection of the teen comedy.
Mm-hmm.
To our point last week, we talked about American Pie.
Yes.
Can't Hardly Wait. She's the One. And all those movies, even something like Cruel Intentions.
Yeah. Okay.
Which is not a teen comedy.
But it's a teen-centric movie.
But here's the point. In all those movies, a good portion of those movies, I should say, this premise was somebody's trying to hook up with somebody else.
That's always there.
American Pie is that way.
Yep.
Can't Hardly Wait. That's what is that way. It was that type of movie.
Yeah.
And these Thundercats don't have that movie.
No.
Because, to my friend's point, well, any movie that has a teenager in it is a teen movie. Twilight has that. Harry Potter has that. But to my point,
yeah,
when we're talking about teen comedies, that's the premise of a lot of them. Even like something like "Dude, Where's My Car?"
I think, yes. Okay, so look, I think the heart of the matter of what we were talking about when we were talking about teen movies in particular, not that teen actors were in it,
Yeah.
but they were teen-centric and focused theme and actors.
Yeah.
Adults do not solve the problem. Adults don't really have any
the
say.
teen comedies for me is somebody trying to hook up with somebody else. Now, there are variations of that.
But
going back to the 80s, go back to the 80s, Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Yeah.
It wasn't about
it's about
Ferris Bueller trying to hook up with somebody. It was like, I'm going to fake I'm sick. And I'm just going to have a day off.
Yes.
Where I just do whatever the fuck I feel like doing.
A teen-centric theme featuring teens doing cool shit with adults fucking up.
Yeah.
That's the sauce of your teen movie. And it's like, okay, yeah, Twilight is a teen movie, but that's an adaptation.
Yeah.
And you don't really say, like you were saying earlier, you don't say Spider-Man's a teen movie because teens are not getting bit by radioactive spiders and becoming superheroes. So when you look at something like A Dude's Where's My Car is a good example. Okay, you have teens, they're out there, they're at the mall. Yo, I can't remember where we parked. Hijinks happen, calamity ensues. That's a story. I've had that story.
But in that movie, what is it really about at the end? These two dudes trying to hook up
with the two chicks,
with twins.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's like, I can even admit, because this is one of those, stories from the past where I've gotten separated from my group of friends during New Year's, and this has happened numerous New Year's, where I've gotten separated from my friends and I've had my own adventure to the point where when I got rejoined with my friends after having said air quote adventure, it became one of those just big stories to tell. And that in and of itself is I was a teen at the time, with my teen friends, adults, and they didn't really have a big focus, but they were protagonists, like Ferris Bueller's Day Off. The principal's out to get him, catch him in the act. And so, yeah, when you think about a teen-centric movie, you think about beginning, middle, and end. Teens are the focus. Revenge of the Nerds is probably like my favorite of those.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, yeah, they're in college, but they're like first year, and they solve their own problem with no help whatsoever. So I'm sorry, but the SpongeBob movie doesn't count.
Yeah. To my friend's other point, it was like, it's all the Pixar movies.
No.
Which I'm like, no, that doesn't count because
doesn't count.
They're really for kids, but teens can enjoy them.
Adults can enjoy them.
Yeah, exactly. Like WALL-E.
Yes.
I enjoyed WALL-E, even though it's not meant for me. Yeah. I enjoyed Up.
Oh, yeah.
Even though that's not for
you me. Resonate with the main character, the old guy.
Yeah, so my theory still holds water. It's like, well, they don't really have that kind of movie where, except for Superbad.
Yeah.
Superbad is the only movie that I can think of where here's these teen kids and they're trying to hook up with these chicks. Yeah, and that's really when I was not even when I was growing up, because a lot of those movies, like American Pie and Can't Hardly Wait.
That was way later.
I was in my 20s. Yeah. I was in my early 20s when those movies came out. But those movies resonated with me because it was like, yeah, that was me like 3 years ago. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, the debate still continues with all that. I don't really have too much else to see.
Okay.
So, if you have anything else,
passing the baton to me.
Stick.
All right. So, things I've done, I've had time for the bullshit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and you know me, I like to go back to the music well quite often because I'll often, forget artists that I've been listening to, and then surprise, they got an album out. It happened with I'm about to say the Wallflowers, but
Avalanches?
Avalanches. That happened with the Avalanches.
I love the Avalanches.
Damn right. But oddly enough, so I was jamming out to King Diamond, right?
Okay.
If anybody knows King Diamond,
I don't. I know King Missile.
Yeah.
Detachable penis.
Yeah. Oh God, bad memories. Anyway, I was rocking out to King Diamond.
Wait.
And yes.
Why is
Detachable
penis so bad?
It's a junior high school story, and we're not getting into that.
What?
Nope.
Why?
No, can't.
You know what? I thought about this show, and I'm like,
Yeah.
For me personally,
yes,
I don't share enough about my personal life on this show because in the 10th episode we said we're gonna
keep it rather, yes, yeah,
and we have not done that yet. And I like to think that at some point we're gonna get some life lessons. But if you don't want to share it,
detachable penis will stay in the jar of.
We're gonna put it in a box and throw in the ocean.
Yeah, we're gonna throw it.
All right, dude.
If it were cringy or embarrassing, but this one was kind of. It's right here.
The fans want to know.
Well, those fans can wait.
Ain't that a bitch. Anyway.
So, I was rocking out to King Diamond, and a coworker comes up to me and is like, "Yo, my guy, you like metal?" I was like, "Yeah, I do. I'm quite the metalhead. I like a lot of speed metal, symphonic rock, all that stuff, right?" So he's like, "Yo, King Diamond has a live album out, so I've been listening to that, and it's phenomenal. I mean, I love his falsettos, and he just hits the high notes. If you want to get a connection to a King Diamond song you probably heard, if you've ever seen Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back? Yep. Remember when he's standing outside and he's like fist punching? He's listening to King Diamond.
The only song I know from that movie is Afro Man at the end.
But yeah, I think 2 of the times he is standing outside and he has the radio booming, he's listening to King Diamond, Invisible Guest, and another song from them. That album came out in like 1986 or something like that. So a year after I was born.
86, I was fucking 10.
Older than me.
And now you're gonna know who King Diamond was at that point.
Foot in my mouth. So I've been as usual. So I started jamming out to his live album, and then I was like, okay, let me start, peeling back this onion and find out some other stuff that I probably missed. So I found out that Rhapsody of Fire, another group that I thoroughly fucking love, they had another album called The Eighth Mountain, and this is like strictly barred rock. They have flutes and shit and lutes and stuff like that. Yeah, eye rolling. Yeah, it's a thing that I enjoy.
So you like Aqualung?
No. They're more like, okay, think about...
I have fucking gout now.
No. More of a... Think about trailer music.
I am so fucking black.
No.
Why am I so fucking ashy? Aqualung.
No. Okay. No. Absolutely not. You fucking asshole. So, yeah, they're like Nightwish, but dudes.
I am on a night walk.
Evanescence, but dudes.
Why am I so fucking pale?
Yes. Okay. I finally drove the nail into the cinder block of a head that you have. Fuck.
Oh, this is what you're waiting for all night. Why I sit here and be like, Anything's funny with the song.
You can do this all fucking night, and I know
I
you
know.
can.
Yeah, I definitely can.
So I pretty much sat down and just been on a music kick as of late, right?
I'm always on music kick.
Huh?
I'm always on music kick.
Yes.
Since you said that, rest in peace, Nipsey Hustle.
I was going to bring that. I was gonna do a nice, cool segue.
Oh man.
With Nipsey Hustle and
I like his song "Victory Lap."
The name of King Diamond's album is like "The Dead Alive" or something. I was gonna do a cool segue, but
Nipsey Hustle got shot outside of his store.
No, so okay, you can give me some insight to not necessarily the shooting because I've heard enough about that. Is okay, I'm not a rap head, right, at all. So Nipsey Hustle, right? Aside from a knockoff,
I like his song "Victory Lap." He got shot Sunday outside of his store.
Yes, I know that.
And to hear a lot of people say he was one of the nicest people in rap.
Okay, so aside from the fact that he was a nice guy, he did stuff for the community, he was a Crip, and he got shot.
And
okay, so what I did, like get information wise about him was that he was definitely very involved with the community and community involvement.
Yeah.
He was a self-made businessman, an entrepreneur.
Right.
He was at least had his fingers in a lot of rappers and this, that, and the third. So it sounds to me that it was more of a very positive person got shot.
And some people say it's retaliation.
That's what I'm hearing as well. And my thing about it is this. And this is going to be a very... Huh?
You say it all the time.
What?
My thing is this.
Yeah, my thing is this.
Yeah.
Wubba, 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 wubba. What you call it? Shit.
God damn it. My thing is this.
Floppity, flop, flop, flop.
Hey, yeah. That's why I don't pull it at work. My thing is this. Continue.
I'm trying to understand where, because like I said, I don't immerse myself in the rap game. I don't immerse myself in hip hop culture.
And I do.
So with this being retaliation, right? Potentially, how much of this is retaliation based on he's trying to be a good man and do things for the community, and how much of this is retaliation as revenge from he did some do dirt shit and now he's getting his comeuppance. That's my major kind of... I don't have a dog in this race.
Yeah,
but that's my major point of contention. It's because I'm hearing this outpouring of emotion from a lot of people, including people at my job. Like, oh man, Nipsey Hustle got taken out. Oh man, some people even say, oh, it's a government setup. I'm like, is it just some do dirt shit happening to a do dirt dude who just did some dirt? But he's also a good guy.
Yeah, well.
I mean, did he give turkeys out during Thanksgiving before he sold crack in the community? Yeah.
Did he fucking did Nino Brown and shit? Yeah. He might have. But it goes back to a deeper question. Can you get out of the hood and do good shit?
Yeah, of course, no.
No, because let's say that you and I... If this show took off,
yes,
we're in the mainstream.
Yes,
but we're still hood niggas.
Yes.
Now, neither one of us
resonate.
Yeah, we're not hood niggas like that.
Yeah,
we're never gonna be hood niggas like that. But at the same time, a nigga from the hood is gonna look at us and be like, "We made it," just like Nipsey Hustle did.
My thing about it is this.
No.
I'll let you finish your point. Go ahead.
Hold on for a minute.
Yeah.
Because any nigga that that's in the hood that sees somebody else come out of the hood, there's already jealousy.
Yes.
Because this motherfucker came out of the hood.
Yeah, he's doing my thing.
He's doing my thing.
Crabs in a bucket.
You tell my story.
Crabs in a bucket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So, this crab ass nigga that's trying to get himself out of the fucking hole is going to retaliate against the nigga that
already got out.
Yeah.
Now, my thing about it is this. Is that, okay, you posed the question, can a hood dude get out of the hood and
yeah, we've seen that before.
Be
We've
successful.
seen that a few times.
Yeah.
I'll give you 3 names.
Go ahead.
Snoop.
Yep.
Dre.
And Ice-T.
Okay, 4 names.
Yeah.
Ice-T and fucking Jay-Z. Where that was your life at one point, but you were smart enough to have entrepreneurial skills and get out of the fucking hood.
Yes.
That is the dream of everybody that's in the fucking hood.
Okay, so my thing about it is this. Now, Jay-Z was a hustler. Let's just say, they all were hustlers, right?
Yeah.
But to their credit, right? Not only did they get out of the hood, but they managed to appease any parties they might have slighted to a degree on their way out. Okay, so they kind of did we're getting out the hood, but we're closing this door on this shit, right? We're closing the door on anything that might have happened because I don't want this to be an issue anymore. Be it payouts, be it whatever, what have you, right? You don't come up with dirt without cleaning yourself off before you get out, right? Now, that's one thing. And they took a lot of, all of them took a lot of flack from fans. Oh, these guys are posers. These guys is fakes. They not real hood niggas. At the same time, they got out. They did their business. They kept their business legit. They moved forward. They moved on, right? Now, there are also some people who get out but want those hood ties, right? They want that street credit. They want that name attachment to them. And I'm not saying that this is necessarily the case with Nipsey Hussle, because, like I said, from what I was able to gain, he was actively trying to better his community through, how do I say it? De-escalating gang violence and stuff like that.
See,
yeah.
You're saying that if me and you got on tomorrow,
yeah,
we have a bunch of Judah niggas around us, and that's the problem because we have Judah niggas around us.
Yeah, but I don't think.
No.
Look, I don't.
Not only the Judah niggas, but they're hungry niggas.
But I don't think that the people we associate with. That there is a degree. There is a degree.
No,
there is a definite degree because
I don't think there is.
We don't make our business slighting people. We don't. Some people do.
Okay, we don't.
Them being hungry.
If we did,
yeah.
We have Judah niggas around us.
And that's the point. If we did, we don't. That's the difference.
Okay.
Intrinsic
but to your point, that's why a lot of these niggas get caught up. Because they have a lot of Judah niggas around them. It's like, oh, you got a problem? Let me solve that problem for you. See what I'm saying?
Yeah. But you
gotta pay me to solve that problem.
But
if you don't pay me, then that's a fucking problem.
Okay, we'll use ourselves as an example.
Okay.
If we came up, right, at worst, we'd have a bunch of people with their hands out, right? They will want a slice of the pie, right? We wouldn't have people coming for our heads because we didn't come up off of them. We didn't build ourselves off of their backs. We didn't slight them on our way up. At worst, we'd get the money grubbers, or the fake friends that came out the wood shop. And guess what? Go F those guys. Now, if we were to explode off the back of somebody and we slight them, then yeah, whatever we got coming to us based off of those actions, we got coming to us. If we burn the
bridge, maybe.
Yeah, if we.
But we don't know dude niggas out here.
But that's what I'm trying to say.
And it's even worse for you because you're from the boogie down Bronx.
Yes.
And I know goddamn well you hung around with some dude niggas in your life.
At a point.
Just like I did. In the Rock.
At a point. But at the end of the day, those ties are not. Those ties have been severed not only long ago, but it's like that's not the thing that I would even categorize in my wheelhouse. But like I said, if we were to come up, we don't have that problem. Now, Jay-Z came up with that problem.
Sure.
Ice-T came up with that problem. Dr. Dre came up with those problems because they built them. They built their empire off of people. I mean, you don't, have fuck the police be a thing and then not have repercussions. You can get as far removed as possible, and you can, build walls between you and that, which have been done. But that's always going to be in the past, and people will always bring it up. But no one's going to come and kill you for that.
Mm-hmm.
That's the difference, and that's why I kind of wanted clarity on Nipsey Hussle. But at the same time, there's not enough information out there. I do understand that people are sad.
There's a lot of information.
They
found the person that shot him.
Did they?
Because this dingbat went on social media and acknowledged that he shot Nipsey Hussle.
Well, there you go.
And to my knowledge, here's the funny part.
Yeah.
At my job, there's an Asian chick that's my age that knew more about this than I did. I was like, God damn it! Why are we not together?
Yeah, put your ear to the train tracks and hear that.
Yeah, So, I guess at this point they found the suspect because he was on social media saying that, oh yeah, I shot this motherfucker.
Of course. Because you can't keep a secret unless you kill the one person that knows, yourself.
Yeah, man, it's just fucking dumb.
It is.
It's just so fucking dumb.
Other than that, I mean, like I said, I got a lot of insight into things that were happening with that, especially from coworkers.
Yeah.
I was just scrolling through, and it's like Cardi B and such are really sad. They said things. And
hysterical.
I'm like, oh, righty. Yeah. So aside from my musical adventures,
I don't have any more musical adventures.
No.
Do you have anything else?
Not really. I mean, like I said, I've been reading the same things I've been reading. I haven't really picked up anything new. I haven't really read it. I'm kind of backlogged right now.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be getting back onto that. News-wise, there's nothing coming up or coming out that I'm looking forward to. I will definitely be watching Twilight Zone.
Mm-hmm.
But
at least the first episode.
Yeah, at least the first episode. And no, there is absolutely nothing else.
Okay.
Just chugging away in this gym.
All right. So, because it is 90 minutes and plus in this episode, let's end it how we always do with box office numbers. These are this comes from JoeWall.com as usual. These are the top 10 successful movies in the country this week.
Who's getting the skrills? Who's earning that guac?
Yeah, who's doing that guac? Well, till you say that, there's a new number one movie of the week.
Us.
Of this past weekend. It's not Us.
Really? Okay.
It is Dumbo. Lord.
Oh,
This movie number one. This fucking elephant flying around all the places. Number one.
Oh boy, if I ever see anything, I see an elephant fly.
That's right. This is coming from Tim Burton, by the way. It has made $45 million this past weekend.
We'll touch on Dumbo in a second because.
Will we? Because we did that last week.
Did we?
Lordy.
No, because I was speaking to somebody about classics, Disney classics, right? And I was like, I don't think I have one. And then I had to sit back and think. I was like, the only real classic I have is Lion King. I can sit down and say, fuck, man, Lion King really, really got to me as a kid. Dumbo was not that movie. It was one of those movies, I saw it, I'm like, why do we have racist Jim Crows over here? And then, Jim Crow.
Okay. Well, here's the thing.
Yes.
It didn't surpass some of the other live-action Disney movies that came out. Didn't beat Beauty and the Beast, The Jungle Book, or Cinderella.
All right, so it's there. It's number one this
because again, I think that we forgot that movie was coming out.
We should.
And I think a lot of other people did. But it made enough to be the number one movie of the country this week.
Congratulations, Elephant.
Yeah.
You did it.
And the racist crows.
I wonder what analog they have in that movie. I bet.
Lordy. This movie made $45 million because of the goddamn big ass elephant.
Ooh, we gonna get lots of canned pork tonight.
We got a lot of Uncle You Know Who this night because of this goddamn elephant. This elephant's big as me. Right. Anyways, number 2 movie of the week was the number 1 movie of last week.
Yes.
Us. Now, I like to think that
we're gonna catch this.
Yeah, I like to think that probably not Sunday because there's so much more going on that day.
Yep.
I gotta watch at least the NXT show and the pre-show. But we'll get that in a minute.
It's a lot of wrestling.
Yeah, a lot of wrestling on Sunday. But that movie made $33.6 million over the weekend. It has made so far $128.2 million.
Yay!
Alright, you can clap that shit all you want. But to your point last week, it was like, oh, Jordan Peele is doing a lot for the horror community. The jury's still on that for me. It just is.
That's fine.
Right. Number 3 was Captain Marvel. It made $20.5 million this past weekend. It has made $353.8 million at the box office.
God damn.
It is probably over $1 million. Not $1 million, $1 billion at this point. Because again, it's Marvel.
Yeah.
Number 4 was 5 Feet Apart. The Fault Among Our Stars.
Yeah. Okay.
Cancer movie with kids. Which I guess that's all y'all get, Thundercats, is movies about cancer patients. Damn, that sucks. It made $6.2 million. It has made $35.8 million at the box office. Number 5 was Unplanned. It's about an anti-abortion movie, I guess. It made $6.1 million altogether.
All right.
Number 6 was Wonder Park. A movie that, a cartoon that neither one of us has seen.
Yeah.
And that's even more worse for you because you have kids.
I think
Wonder Park ain't seen this shit.
I think Wonder Park is one of those like non-kids animated movie, like a Miyazaki movie or something like that. And you want to take your kids to see Spirited Away.
Yeah, I guess. It made $4.9 million. It's made $37.8 million at the box office. Number 7 was How to Train Your Dragon, The Hidden World.
Love that dude. Hiccup rocks.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
That's the main character in How to Train Your Dragon.
That's great.
There you go.
It made $4.2 million, and it made $152.9 million domestically. So, I assume if we're gonna get a part 5 of this shit,
Look, keep
Fantastic.
rocking it on. Let's
Yay.
get the kids, the hiccup kids. Let's rock it out.
Yay! Number 8 was Hotel Mumbai.
Is that like Hotel Rwanda?
I think Hotel Mumbai is a place that you don't want to fuck any of the chicks in.
No, Sita?
Because they have Sita?
What movie was that from? Was that like Lords of War?
Lord of War, yeah.
Yeah.
Sita?
He's like, no.
No, I'm good.
I'm good.
I'm good on that shit. Well, that movie made $3.1 million. It's made $3.2 million at the box office. Number 9 was Tyler Perry's The Medea Family Funeral.
Go fuck yourself.
We'll get in that in a minute. We're getting this.
Fucking ourselves?
Yeah. It made $2.7 million. It's made $70 million altogether. So I think it probably made at least half back what that movie cost to make.
Maybe Tyler Perry's a racist crone, Dumbo.
Maybe.
Yeah.
That'd be fucking funny. The number 10 movie of the week was The Beach Bum, starring Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah. That movie made $1.8 million, and that's all it's made since we're talking about it.
That's nice.
So that is your top 10 most successful movies of the week. Now,
yes.
This weekend,
yes,
there are 2 big movies coming out. One is the remake of Pet Sematary.
Yes.
Yeah. The other one is Shazam.
Ooh.
Which means we're getting 2 Captain Marvel movies in 1 year.
Yes, we are.
Yes, we are.
So,
because for people out there that don't know,
Shazam
is just what Billy Batson says to turn into Captain Marvel.
Yep.
But they can't call it Captain Marvel because we already have the Marvel version of Captain fucking Marvel. Yeah.
Marv L.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of Marvel,
yes.
Did you see the trailer for the newest trailer for Endgame?
I did not see the newest trailer for Endgame. By this time, you'll watch the whole fucking movie.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's like,
but here's the best part about these trailers is that Marvel is very smart. They have not shown you anything about this movie. And people are like, I still want to see this movie.
Yeah.
To our point, I guess we're going to see that in the theater.
We're gonna have to.
Yeah.
That's
or we see it on a bootleg. Now here's the thing.
That's a 3-hour movie.
Let's go back to my beginning and my title for this fucking episode was The Man in the Black Trailer.
Yes.
Anybody that is in Iraq, that lives in the hood, knows this check has this place that I want to talk about. I go and cash my check there every Friday. Now, there are 2 individuals that sell bootleg DVDs. Now, you don't want the guy in the red car, because the guy in the red car has bullshit. He has a lot of video on demand DVDs
like the
and a lot of black movies. No, fuck that. You want the guy in the black SUV because he has more up-to-date shit. So, last Friday, I went to cash my check, and guess who was there?
Red SUV.
Oh, my God. The red car. And I was so fucking mad. And on a cursory glimpse, I wanted him to have Us.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, he didn't have that. He has every other black-themed movie except for fucking Us. I was so mad.
He has Hours.
No, he had
like
LaVar Crawford stand-up. Yeah, he had a lot of. He had a lot of movies that you would see on fucking Netflix. I was so mad. I wanted a guy in the black SUV. So, if you know what I'm talking about, with this check has in place, and you want to see a bootleg version of an updated movie, find the guy in the black SUV. And that's why I don't have a review of Us. I'd like to think on Friday, when I go back to cash my goddamn check from the job, that the guy in the black SUV is there and he has Us so that we can see this shit. Now, I know you since we did box office numbers,
yes,
I know what you're going to ask me at this point.
What?
What am I looking forward to in the next 6 days?
Yes.
There's only one thing.
What?
We are less than a cunt hair away from Mania Sunday, which means Drunken Mania Sunday.
Yep.
Now, we talked about this on Sunday. People out there don't, they know at least one thing, that this is the episode that we've been talking about since day one.
Yes.
Here we are, 5 days away from Mania Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
There will be a packed house that day.
Yes.
It'll be me, you,
DK,
a returning guest, and one more guest that we will save till Mania Sunday.
Yes.
Yeah. That's the only thing I'm looking forward to.
It's the only thing that matters at this point.
It's the only thing that matters.
We get all the Warriors together? Jeez.
Yes. Oh, we formed Voltron?
I'm about to say it before you did.
Yeah, we formed Voltron? Absolutely.
Well,
now,
Voltron missing a foot because you need 5.
Oh, right. But that leads us to what we talked about on Sunday.
Yes.
Let's talk about that now.
Okay.
Because you and I sat here on Sunday and said, how is next week going to work for us?
Yes.
In the sense that, do we just do Drunken Mania,
mm-hmm.
and that's the episode?
Or do we have a follow-up episode on Tuesday, which is our regular recording day?
Yeah. Because Drunken Mania is a very special episode.
Yes.
It's the 4 of us in one room. And do we come back and do an episode on Tuesday?
No.
You and me sat here and said, no.
No.
So, next week, after this episode, WrestleMania 35, Drunken Mania the Spectacular is the show you're going to get next week.
Yes.
Because in our minds, since right now you're hearing us record an episode today, we're going to do another one on Sunday and then come back on Tuesday? Nah.
None of that, son.
I love being on this mic, but not enough to do 3 episodes in one goddamn week.
Yes.
Nah, we good on that. So, next week, Drunken Mania will be episode 7.
Yes.
And if you don't like wrestling, don't listen. I won't say don't listen to the show.
Listen to it.
Because we're going to talk about a little bit more than just wrestling.
Yes.
It just so happens that WrestleMania will be on.
So.
And I have informed, quote unquote, warned the other 2 guests that is going to be on the show. Like, yeah, WrestleMania is going to be on, but we're going to talk about a lot more than WrestleMania. And that's the episode.
One of the things that, just to give the audience insight, is that although WrestleMania will be on, it won't be like a play-by-play commentary.
No.
It's going to be mostly what you're getting right now, but extended. And from time to time, we may comment on like, "Hey, that was a cool maneuver that X, Y, and Z did during this match." So just to let you guys know, it's not going to be super wrestling heavy as Alan said earlier. But you will hear a lot of drilling. Between us, a lot of banter going back and forth between
the four of us,
and you will hear a lot of insensitive jabbing at each other.
Yeah.
Because we tend to beat up on each other a lot when we're together. Don't think it's any slight to y'all or each other. It's just the way we talk, and that's just my preface.
Yeah, and not only that, but like to our point, and even DK's point, anything we do on Sunday, we cannot come back on Tuesday and top that.
Yeah, it's a lot of. This is a very, very electric time to say that we're going to be going into, because I mean, this is the perfect storm. This is actually probably the if we could have started at this point, like the whole podcasting, everything, this comes from the feeling that we got every Mania.
Right.
This podcast here is just a culmination of, man, I wish we had a mic for that conversation.
Absolutely.
And Mania encapsulates that feeling.
And I was going to say that on Mania Sunday, but Sunday is one of the reasons why we have these mics.
Yes.
Absolutely. For days like Mania Sunday. So,
Sunday.
You will be dead or in jail. And if you're in jail, break out.
And make sure you get your ears and your eyes on the YouTube.
Yeah. So, without anything more to say, I've been Alan 1. He's been Brother C. We've been the Geeks From Apartment 2. We will see you this time next week for the Drunken Mania Spectacular. But until then, we'll keep the door open for you. God damn it. Fucking stumble on that shit.
Keep it ajar.
Yeah. Laters.
Deuces.